So the winner of the 2012 New South Wales Hudson Private and Corporate Sector Award is Cynthia Whelan.
Wow, thank you very much. Good afternoon, Premier, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, thank you Telstra for supporting the awards and to Hudson for sponsoring the corporate and private category. I'd like to firstly acknowledge and congratulate Liesl, Bronwyn, Belinda, Heather and Jean and the other finalists in these awards. They are amazing and inspiring women. I'm the CEO of Barclays locally, a global investment bank operating in an incredibly competitive market here in Australia. I'm delighted to win this award because I think it's recognition of the success I've had in what is still a very male-dominated industry. The business that I'm responsible for is a specialist in cross-border investment banking services across M&A, capital markets, risk management, sales and trading. So our strategy is to be very regionally and globally focused. As well as a real commitment to gender diversity, I'm a huge advocate for diversity generally. We cover global clients, and I believe that our team should mirror our clients. So we have 21 nationalities represented in our team here in Sydney, which really differentiates us from our peers. I'd like to acknowledge and thank the team at Barclays in Australia. It's a real honour to be leading such a team of talented and successful men and women. But as you may have heard, my journey to the corner office at Barclays was an unusual one. I left school at 15 to pursue my dream of being a classical ballerina. I was injured at 18 and had to rethink my life goals. As a dancer, I was operating in a competitive, highly professional and very disciplined world, which ultimately equipped me very well for the dark arts of investment banking. But having to overcome adversity and face a decision at 18 to change my life goals certainly gave me the determination to succeed and the resilience to face life's ups and downs. Having a setback like that also gave me perspective. I think that we, as parents and teachers and employers, place an enormous amount of emphasis on the decisions that we make, whether in high school, whether at university, or whether you're going for your first job. I think it's really critical that younger people see that there are many paths that you can take in life, and that the decisions that you make at 16 or 18 or 25 are not final decisions. Your life doesn't have to be defined by something that you decide to do in your 20s. I was able to make the decision to leave school and to pursue a career in ballet and then return to study and end up in finance because I had a very strong support network. I grew up surrounded by amazing women. I had wonderful role models. My grandmother, my exceptional mother, who raised my sister Sophie and me on her own. I have to thank Sophie for being a great role model for me and for believing me in it enough to nominate me for this award. But I have to say, for the first few years of my career, neither Sophie nor any of my family actually knew what I did. They told people that I was a bank teller because the concept of being a fixed income salesperson was really foreign to them. Support networks are really critical, especially for women to succeed in business. I have an amazing husband, Mike, who's here today, and we have 3 children, Emily, Laura and James. To juggle a career in investment banking and have a young family as I do, I always give advice to young women, you have to marry really well. Because honestly, without the support of a great partner like I have, it'd be nearly impossible to do what I've done at work and what I have at home. I think women need support at home, but as a minority, they also really need support in the workplace, which is why I've been so involved in assisting other women to join the industry and then help them flourish in their careers. When I was based in Hong Kong, with Barclays, I set up the Women's Initiatives Network, which is our internal employee network for female staff. I also co-founded a group called Women in Finance Asia, which is an industry-wide organisation, again aimed at increasing the participation of women in finance in Asia and helping them develop their careers. One of the greatest satisfactions that I now have in my current role is watching and hopefully in some way assisting the younger staff, both male and female, to develop their careers. I find it particularly rewarding to help young women coming up through the ranks, and they often seek my advice as they're at transition points in their life, whether it's getting married, whether they're thinking about starting a family, or whether they're preparing for a promotion. I'm really passionate about supporting other women because I know firsthand how tough it is to juggle the competing demands of a career and family. And I also know that there's very few senior role models in our industry for young women who are just starting out. But I always give one piece of advice, and that is, by all means, hear my experiences, but please recognise that they're my experiences. Each person is going to face their own challenges. They'll have to make their own decisions in their own way, and they'll find their own solutions. But if in telling my story, in some way one person is inspired, or if it clarifies a decision in their mind, or if it helps put a setback that they've had in some perspective, then I'm really happy to tell my story, which is why I think the Telstra Awards are so important. So congratulations again to Telstra and to Hudson for supporting these awards and for shining a light on the incredible women who are finalists here today. Thank you.